Is the Republican establishment pushing out fiscal conservatives? Speaker of the House John Boehner just removed 4 of the most fiscally conservative congressmen in Washington from finance and budget committees. This is a reality check you won't see anywhere else. 4 Republican congressmen have lost their committee spots because they're too conservative. At least that's what some bloggers are claiming. So here's the backstory. The 4 congressmen are Michigan Rep. Justin Amash and Kansas Rep. Tim Huelskamp. They will lose their seats on the House Budget Committee, chaired by Rep. Paul Ryan, next year. And then there's Arizona Representative David Schweikert and Representative Walter Jones of North Carolina. They're losing their seats on the House Financial Services Committee. The decision to remove these congressmen, though, was made by the Republican Steering Committee. The committee reportedly looked over voting records and other documentation in order to make that decision. The man in charge of that steering committee, House Speaker John Boehner. What all 4 of these reps have in common, though, is they are all outspoken fiscal conservatives. Huelskamp has been calling on Republicans to not back down on the tax increase pledge that they have made. Amash has been a staunch supporter of deep federal cuts, one of the few Republicans calling for cuts to defense spending, something Republican leadership won't even consider. But most importantly, all 4 of these congressmen were part of a group of conservatives, backed by the Tea Party and the Liberty Movement, who weren't afraid to vote against John Boehner during the last session of Congress. Remember, we told you back in August during the Republican National Convention that a civil war is breaking out between Liberty and Tea Party conservatives and establishment Republicans. It was Speaker of the House Boehner who read from a teleprompter a vote for a major party rule change, a change that he claimed was approved despite the shouts of conservatives against it. Listen.
Thank you for putting this question as order. The question is on the adoption of the resolution. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, no.
Today, Boehner's working on his deal for the fiscal cliff, a deal that many conservatives have said contains very few real budget cuts, and one that the GOP caucus in the House was reportedly never even consulted on. Quote, "The caucus was not consulted on the proposal. I wish we had been. The Republican members were not consulted on the offer made. We are having the legislation being formulated among the Speaker, Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, and the President," said Texas Representative Louis Gohmert. So what this means for you is that, well, we may be much further from a deal on the fiscal cliff than many people realize. If Speaker Boehner is creating a proposal but not talking to Republicans in Congress, how does he plan to get it approved? What this means for you if you're a conservative, it means the civil war in the Republican Party is just getting started. And that is Reality Check. You can find the sources for this story posted on our website at fox19.com, and the blogosphere, as they call it, especially among conservative sites, blowing up over this story today. Also, if you'd like to make your voice heard, you can head over to my Facebook page. You can find it by searching Ben Swan. A lot of people talking about this one.